Alright guys, in this one I have a 2019 Ioniq, and the issue with this one is that the radio is not working. As you can see, it's not lighting up whatsoever. I haven't done anything on the diagnostics yet. Thought I'd bring you guys along and see what we can find. Now, it's pretty simple. Audio systems are very simple to work on, especially if it's just like a screen that's not turning on. Typically you'll either have power issues, ground issues, or you'll have a module issue that's just it's not lighting up. So on this one right here, I already have the wiring diagram out. Like I said, I didn't check anything yet, but this is what we're going to be doing. We have a little pointer. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 powers that we have to check, and then after that we have 2 grounds that have to be checked. None of the grounds are common grounds, but these powers, except for these 2 over here, which come from my multimedia 15 amp fuse, these are the only 2 common wires. So what we're going to do is check this one, this one, this one, and this one. Make sure we have power down at the fuse box, and if we have power down at the fuse box, we got to get behind the radio and then check our powers and grounds behind the radio. Alright, so I just had to go get a light. Now that first fuse that I just checked was the multimedia fuse, which is good. Next we're going to check module 2, which is a 10 amp fuse. So look on here, module 2. So module 2 we are good. After that we have module 5, which is good. Alright, so as you can see, all my 3 fuses were good. So next is we got to get behind the auto radio, and we have to make sure that everything is actually reaching up to the auto unit, and then we're going to go from there. Alright, so with the radio out, we're going to check our powers and our grounds. So first thing we're going to check is these 2 main powers right here at the radio, which is pin 10 and 11, which is an orange and a red. Brown. We got orange. We got red. So the orange and red are lighting. So that means that everything is good on that side. After that, make sure we got everything here. So 11. We have a blue, which is going to be pin 22. 12 and 13 are these ones right here, which are going to be our 2 grounds. We'll check those in a minute. Alright, got a little pin out to help us out a little bit. Alright, so if we turn this around, put it the right way. Yeah, so we have 11 and 10 at the top. 32 should be down here at the bottom. And I got pink wires. Mine are pink. So I'm gonna use that anyway, and we'll see if there's any power. And we have power. And this one has power also. Which is 33. 33 is not supposed to have any. So I'm gonna change my pinout because maybe it's not the right radio. Alright, so I got the right wiring diagram and pinout connector pinout now. So what was happening was that this is actually has the wiring from a 2020, even though it's dubbed as a 2019. So I got that. So the pin 33, which is the one that's all the way at the bottom, is supposed to be pink, which we had power on. We had power on pin 22, which was blue, red, and orange. So we're good on there. Now the next step we're going to do is check our 3 grounds that are on 2 pins. I can't even see that. It says 12, 13, and 32. But 32 is supposed to be a pink, so I don't think it's going to be that. But let's go check anyway. Let's take another connector, a pin I should say. Let's put this guy into a power. And go check our grounds. Ground there is good. Ground there is good. And they seem like all the grounds, even though the schematic is showing that there's 3 grounds, I'm only seeing 2. So our powers and grounds are good going into the radio, and the radio is still not lighting up. So the only other thing that could be, guys, is the audio unit. So this audio unit is going to be replaced. We'll see if maybe it did a little reset by me unplugging it. No. As you can tell, there's nothing happening. So if you see your powers and grounds are all where they're supposed to be, and they're all working properly, and your radio is still not working, don't go any further than the radio, guys. You guys are going to be chasing things that aren't there. Just make sure that you have the proper connector pinouts, proper wiring diagram, and you'll be all set.
1 week later.
Alright guys, so it's about a week later. I got the radio in for the Ionic. I thought I'd show you guys plugging it in to make sure everything works properly and that it turns on. I haven't plugged anything in yet, so let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so gonna go ahead, push the power button, and as you can tell, everything turns on now. So with that being said, diagnosis on this one was a bad audio unit. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.